You know what Minecraft taught me about us as humans? That no matter who
What?
spawned first, they were gonna just like explore the world and like colonize everything. Cause that's like the whole plot of Minecraft. Cause you just
You
look for
mean
the
like a
best
multiplayer
point of.
service?
Well, I mean like you. The first thing you do is like you look for the best land to occupy. You find the most optimal land
Sure.
for you, for what you want. Then you take that most optimal land, you expand, create like villages, like start cooking. And then from that optimal land,
Sure.
you just keep redoing that.
Now
So you find more land and start building more shit. That's the like whole plot of Minecraft.
do you think that was the intention of the creator, or just a byproduct of human nature? Because we would naturally want to do a divide and conquer.
Definitely human nature, bro. I don't think Notch had any
Yeah.
brain cells cooking this game up. He was like blocking.
Definitely. Yeah, think about it. We find fun in that created the whole survival genre in the first place.
But Minecraft's different. Like, I mean, like, it's different because we... Like, you can go searching for hours and hours of an infinitely generated land. And to find this perfect thing in your head or something that you... And it's very dependent on the when you wake up or whatever, like, whatever you've seen last. It's like random. Like, some person could find this river I'm at and be like, this is my perfect location. But then I want, like, mountain or something. Like, each person has a different need, but it's always like the same plot. You fucking run for hours, or like you run for 20 minutes trying to find the best spot, but like technically all the land is the same.
Yeah.
It's because it's infinite generation. So you just like infinitely like looking for... I don't even know what you're looking for, bro. It's crazy. Bro, something is wrong with us mentally as humans. Bro, like Minecraft chunks are just like the same thing over and over and over again. Just spawned in randomly. Like, what is this? I just found the Iceland next to a Sakura biome next to... What? I've never seen this. Okay, I take it back. We don't look for shit that's like the same. This is different, bro. Bro, I don't think I've ever seen something like this. What's that?
Do you guys think that life as like an upper middle class person during like ancient civilizations was better than what we have now?
Honestly, I still think
I
right
know,
now
bro.
it is.
They didn't have fast cars back then.
I say yes. I'm
You have to
speaking
put yourself
more...
in the perspective.
What the fuck? Am I lagging?
See
I
that?
might be like,
You're the one lagging, bro. Yes, us. See, I say specifically in like, I would say the way China runs their country, I would say those guys kind of live good lives, being semi-poor, just like us. Like, they don't really have...
because it's communist.
Yeah, I don't know, something about their country feels very... I don't know what specifically it is, how they run it, whatever. I don't even know if they pay taxes and shit. But it feels like very... Like, if you're born in the farmland, you're just being chill. Yeah, you literally survive on... like, your fucking cattle. Like, your livestock. And...
Sure.
You survive on shit like that, and then you, like... You don't really need a lot.
Come
And
to
those
think
are
of it,
low
like we
class.
think about if you think about it, like how Kanye said, oh, they wouldn't have fast cars, right? Those needs get created by the world we're in right now.
Yeah, true, 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 true.
It's like
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
there's
hear what you're saying.
mandems in China that just live on the mountains, still have horses. They only know horseback. They haven't seen a car. They don't know what a car is.
literally.
They literally do not know what cars are. They only know horse, food, farm, which is like a very chill life, and that's like what we yearn for. The thing is, we yearn for lives like that, but also we yearn for being like, I would say, famous or something. Like, we want two different styles. It's either you get rich and live that life, or you just don't want a lot.
Sure.
We are
And
like
do you
very...
think people that live that simple life are happier on average?
Yeah. I don't think they will. I think that, this is sad to say, I think their brains are just smaller, so they don't really think about the things we think of.
Mm,
Like, I'm not saying that they are fundamentally worse than us. I'm just saying they don't really experience and learn about the things we get to learn. Like, I think education can be sometimes like a curse to some people. Because that's when you start like becoming self-aware and you know exactly what cooking you in your brain. Like, that's how all the...
sure.
We talked about this. We said smart people, for some reason, are always the most depressed. The happiest people are people that gaslight themselves and just like live in a delusion of like madness and badness.
They stay ignorant, bro, and ignorant is bliss.
I've always been like that. No matter how smart like people say I am, I always have that mindset of like, you are what you want to be. And it's like, just for me, I'm fine with sometimes being a schizo and retarded, and then sometimes being smart. But it's being able to accept the two sides. Some people can only handle one because that's all they show. They have like a fear of themselves, because when they build themselves in their head to be, for example, like a cool person who consider themselves cool, will be so scared to like scream in front of a crowd of people, because their body tenses up, because it's like, no, you're gonna die in this moment. Generally, they will like, their brain will gaslight them into that mold of having anxiety just because they want to keep this image.
So many external worries, bro, that are like created out of nothing.
When you think about it, when you don't speak to people, or like you don't let's say you're in a social environment,
When people
and you have that sphere, it's your brain tricking you into, you're gonna die. Your survival instinct, like a bear's chasing you, you're gonna die. That's why you don't do it, because your brain is shooting off like endorphins that you're gonna die right now. It's gonna happen right now. But when you think about it from a third party, you screaming in this room, what's gonna happen? Mandems will just laugh, will just be like, what the hell? And carry on with their day. Because I believe you have an opinion, like you know yourself in your head, but you apply yourself into other people's heads, like they know who you are. But most of the time, people don't even know who you are. So they will like maybe see you scream for that second, or like wherever you are, but they're gonna carry on with their day. So you're applying like a vision of yourself. You know yourself. They don't know you, but you know yourself, and you expect them to know everything about you. And you like create that fear. We as humans are like, we're stupid.
Because we live within the context of everything that we do and how our actions reflect, but other people don't have context behind that.
Yeah, but why does that stop us? Like, think if you think about that, why does that stop us from social things? Like, we'll be scared to talk to a bartender that we might never see in our lives. Or like, he's just there to serve the drinks. He might even forget about you the next morning. But we think this bartender is like, in that
The
moment,
amount of
you're
importance
like,
that we place with it.
bro,
Yeah.
you put so much importance into, like they know you, but no one, like, genuinely no one knows who you are. And in those 5 minutes that you're doing the act that you were scared of, they might know you, but then forget about you because they still need to go home, live their lives, think about themselves. People are selfish,
True.
very selfish.
That's a good question of why we internalize all our interactions so much.
One of the main things based on what we just talked about, like, I guess social anxiety, is like, I feel just, and like, yeah, like, I feel that using cold showers, right, is the exact same feeling you get when you have that social anxiety when talking to people. What happens, like, for me, like, when I think of it, anytime you're uncomfortable or something, you get like that tense feeling, like your body tenses up. It's like that survival instinct of like, survive. You tense your muscles up, everything becomes like very intense. I wonder why we do that.
Which
It's
is
literally
a
the same
natural
logic
human
as
response.
it's the same logic as cold showers. That's true.
Sure. Actually thinking about it, with now how everything becomes so convenient, we are often now taken out of being uncomfortable ever. If you think about like how people function in the old days, you would have to fucking go out and forage for your food. You would have to like everything that you wanted.
Bro.
It took a challenge, and now you can just get whatever you want without even trying. And I think if you are placed into that mentality over and over again, and everything you do is just given work free, I think that conditions the mind to then have it be more difficult. And something like social anxiety, for instance, is not something everybody has, but if you do have it, and everything in your life is just all the difficulty is taken away, then it's gonna be 10 times more difficult to speak to people if you already aren't accustomed to getting out of your comfort zone.
Facts. Like, on that, like, that I like what you just said, the subject you just said, is we, like, it's gotten so bad. We, like, at first it was like we created retail stores to get food, like
Yeah.
Pick and Pay and Pickers, like, all of whatever, Walmart. You just go to those places to get your food. But at those points, you would still have to interact with the cashier and shit. Now we're at the level where you're ordering it from an app. You're not even...
Sure.
Bro, you're not even, like, ordering it. Like, you don't have to socially interact anymore.
That's so true.
Because someone would say, oh, I have to speak to the cashier. I have to, like, see people in the aisles. Some mandems haven't even left their house to do that in so long. Or, like,
that's true.
The uncomfortable feeling. It's like we got to that point of just living with it.
Where it's like feeling
Like,
uncomfortable.
living without it. We don't get uncomfortable.
That's true. It's gotten to the point where feeling uncomfortable is like being in fight or flight. And it's not supposed to be like that.
That's why I'm gonna take cold showers every day. Because that activates your fight or flight. And then if you get used to that uncomfortable feeling, You can do anything. In theory. I'll test it out and see what happens.
Theory. If you can
But
take that,
I think that's a
like,
valid theory.
No, I agree. I think, to me, it's like a first step into normalizing getting out of your comfort zone. There's many steps, and I think training your brain to be able to accept that and see moments where you would normally just like cower and just run away from a difficult situation. It could actually teach you to face it more. And I think shit like that, where people are just stuck in their comfort zone, is shown in all parts of life. See how many times people avoid conflicts because it's uncomfortable, and it just makes it worse.
Bro. Because we are bad communicators. Just
Literally.
like, especially our generation. We're just bad communicators. We don't know how to vent, like, just say a problem that we have with the most minimal amount of words. Like, just saying it straight. Like, we cannot speak to each other with straight faces. Or like,
Literally.
with 100% trustworthiness, I guess. Bro.
Because saying that is the most difficult. I mean, I low-key respect someone like Asmongold just because he completely goes against that. Even though he says some wild shit, he's the type of guy to say it, whatever he's thinking, straight up, not giving a fuck.
Bro.
And you see how he gets criticized for not dancing around topics, unlike a lot of people.
On that, also, like, Tecton, bro. I sent, like, a DM. Can't remember when. But I sent a DM. And I was like, bro. When he quit, that really opened my eyes to... It was, like, the best thing that he's ever done. And also the best thing I've ever done. Like, that he did. Because you end up realizing how much bullshit you get stuck in with your mind. You get very deep into a subgenre of niche content or something. Like, it affects your brain. For example, like the gacha games. Bro, gacha games ruin people's life. It's just gamble machines. And
Literally.
some people are stuck. Like, imagine, I can't imagine myself right now that I would still be playing a gacha game. Like, I just physically cannot imagine myself playing a gacha game at all anymore. And I feel like those few years I did play them, it was like lost time. Because, like, this is a crazy analogy. Gacha games is exactly the feeling that we want in life as humans. Like, you want to get these rare items to compare it to your small social group of friends. And then some people get so bad that they compare it to not just friends, like they compare it to everyone they see. Like randoms.
Yeah.
That's the reason you go buy like a fucking Ferrari after working for it for years just to be better. But at the end of the day, it's just like this vehicle of it's just a metal vehicle, like a death coffin, if you think about it. It's just a thing that transports you. But just because of this idea, oh, I want to look better, I want to feel better, you go literally grind for it. You spend your life grinding a 9 to 5, or even worse, like some people just start doing crazy shit, illegal activities, unlawful, like Epstein type activities. And they just like, they sacrifice their humanity just to be better. Like, I guess that stems from money. It's just like you sacrifice your humanity to have money, or like have material products or something, like just to be better than people. Then 90% of the time don't even care about you. They don't even know you exist. It's madness. I say that's madness. That people just sit here and their whole life goal is to just want to be better. Like, just it's an egoist mindset. I think there is a good to it, because like the one idea that I feel like I agree with is the idea of like leaving something behind. That's like fundamentally what humans are made for. After getting money, after completing your major life goals, which we haven't done, but let's say we become famous on YouTube, and that's like that's the life goal complete. Now we have money to do what we want. The next goal is gonna be leaving something behind, like leaving a legacy, whatever, creating art. And I agree with leaving something behind. For more of the context, you shouldn't die with like creativity in you. Like, you shouldn't die without creating what you wanted to create. Otherwise, it's even just for yourself. Forget about everyone else. Just for yourself, you won't feel complete. I think everyone has something to create, and everyone does it in different media and genres. So being able to have the ability to like what you would call it, show it, just like show people, being able to create something that people can actually understand is very important. That not enough humans do. They just follow this blueprint of life, and they just end up just croaking, and they have nothing to do other than that.
It's like a lot of the art or creating something stems from a sense of or a chase of fulfillment. And when you don't do that, well, then you know what happens. You end up just feeling like empty if you don't chase it.
That fulfillment mindset of like having dreams and like this is future opinion of yourself that you believe will come true is like the most important thing in life. The number one. Once you start putting those behind, because I don't think it ever leaves you, it's just you push it further and further back, and then the people that regret it are the people at the end where they like, I wish I did this and that. That's the biggest regret. It's having this thing, like you would get, like for people who get jobs, they will probably say, oh, I'll just work for 5 years or 10 years and then I'll do it at some point. Then they finish those 10 years. And then once those 10 years finish, they're like, oh, I just need to work 10 years to retirement. They work those 10 years to retirement. They retire. Then they like, I just need to take a break for 5 years because I work so hard. And then by then, it's already charged. It's like too late to learn. They feel like they can't learn anything. It's like already the opportunity passed by. Like wasted opportunity. That's okay. On the topic, we were talking about this earlier, where I said there's two types of creatives. The consistent one. And then I said the other one is a person who takes his time and is very meticulous. But it's called wasted it's wasted opportunity or wasted opportunist.
Yeah.
That was the word I was looking for earlier. Cause bro, mandems can spend a whole year making a video. Or even more than a year. Like they try to be so perfect with it that they don't they waste the opportunity. And it doesn't they don't drop shit. They very they get forgotten. Versus someone who's consistent. They don't put effort and quality into it, but they're consistent. When we said like that you have to have a good balance between the two, I really believe that is so important. Having the balance. Because I feel like being a wasted opportunist is worse than someone who is consistent. I will always say that. But I also think that being consistent without putting hard work in will get you nowhere. So it's like equal on both sides.
Mm. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the opportunists, the ones that would just wait or try to perfect something. I think that shit didn't really exist before because of how time was always a constraint. And now the fact that so many people live like within their own minds, or they have so much time, they like create the conflict out of thin air when it doesn't have to exist. And that's why there's always something to improve, or always this, and then they never end up like putting
something
anything out.
better.
Literally.
Like the reason you need that ability to do consistency, but maybe not consistent, like time gating yourself. So you say, I need to make a YouTube video, I'm giving myself a month. The reason you would do that instead of saying, oh, I'll give myself the whole year to finish it, is because when you finish it in a month as an opportunist, you say, oh, my camera quality is kind of ass. You buy a new camera, you re-record all of that. And then you're like, oh, my mic audio is ass. You do that, do all of that, redo it. And you keep doing that with every aspect. And then by the time you fully finish it, you're gonna go back to the camera because something new has come out and you need to improve that.
True.
Like wasted opportunists have this problem of like, again, like today, I had this issue when I set up the green screen. I was complaining about the camera being in a shit position and I don't have my tripod's fucked, but then I could just use my phone on the gimbal. And like that didn't come into my head, but that's like such a simple answer. It's such a simple answer. But like my brain made these not shortcuts. It made these problems that it's like you need to solve this. Excuses, but like I don't even consider it as excuses to me. I know it's an excuse now, but like if I'm being honest, it was like I just didn't think of it. I really was just like, nah. I don't know what it was.
I wonder why that happens to us so much.
Bro,
Because I think like a lot of people are like this.
like with that type of thinking, it's literally stems from like when you wake up in the morning, you say, oh, let me put a YouTube video on. I'll go shower after this video. Then you watch that YouTube video. Then you might end up watching another one. And then another one. And then an hour has passed and you were supposed to shower an hour ago. And now your whole day is cooked. Your whole day is fucked. You've now wasted that potential and opportunity of that day.
Bro, like when you get stuck in a consuming loop, and I'm gonna tie this into a bigger point, with consuming being so addicting nowadays and it being tied to a lot of how people spend their time, when you decide to spend your time on something and you don't do it, that shit like degrades you mentally, like slowly. When you make promises to yourself that you're gonna do this and that and you don't do it, you are literally losing respect for yourself.
Yep.
Over and over, and it only gets worse.
If you don't respect yourself, you don't respect nobody.
Literally.
That's like, we as humans, for some reason, are programmed to be computers. Genuinely. Like, we need structure. We need to, for example, wake up at 5:30 every morning. You just wake up 5:30 every morning for a year. Just that simple task. Whether you plan to do something or not, you will find time to fill that thing and probably be more productive versus if you just sleep your days and say, I'll wake up at any time, maybe 10 a.m. and then you just bed rot because you like, I have nothing to do anyway, so I'm just gonna bed rot. It's such a crazy like mindset, but we just exist with that. Generally we just like fine with it.
That is true.
I genuinely believe just if you just wake up 5:30 every day, you find time for that time where you normally not awake. You're like, I need to fill up the time, so you end up doing stuff that's hard to do. Like, let's say you have a problem with sitting down and concentrating. That simple change will make you concentrate, because now you're awake at this time that you're not used to, and no one's awake.
You're uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable, generally.
That is true.
I guess that's why those gurus always fucking praise it. But I think they praise it in the wrong way. They shouldn't be selling it as like, this will fix your life. Not that this will fix your life. It's that this will emphasize what's wrong in your fucking life. It will...
It's a beginning.
It'll make you bored.
It's a start to change.
It'll just make you bored. Genuinely, you would be so bored that you would just wake up and want to find something to do, to fill up your day. So now you're awake in a time when no one's awake and you can't get instant gratification. It's so early. For some reason, our brains, when it's that early, don't even like look at our phones and stuff for some reason. Weird.
Honestly, I think part of it is maybe because like humans deep down are hardwired that way to wake up and start your day. But I also think another part of it is that domino effects of, oh, you've already put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Suddenly, all the other ones that you've been avoiding become easier. Because you've already you already did it. You already took the first step.
Yeah. It's weird that... Never dissected like waking up early. Just...
It reminds me of what you said about how when you want to make a change or better your life, the small things matter most, because those are the first steps that you take. That's like actually where you start rewiring your brain out of that like loop of comfortability.
Yeah, when we were talking about the, what you call it?
I don't even remember what
The cold shower.
context of it
The
was.
cold shower.
Oh. Yeah.
When we were talking about the cold showers and how that does the same thing. But there was social anxiety. It makes you experience that uncomfortableness, and then you feel it's like that's like the survival instinct going off. So it like tests that survival instinct. So when you actually do something like that and feel that uncomfortable first thing in the morning or first thing in the shower, it like transfers to you when you're doing something that's considered worse, like being in a social
More uncomfortable
environment.
Yeah. That is true. Not gonna lie, that just made me realize. I think now only I'm understanding why people say shit like psychedelics is so powerful. Because it really does just put you in the most uncomfortable situation you could ever fucking be in.
Yeah, it forces you to think about things that's on your mind, and then it gives you high emotions to act on that. Like if you're a weak-minded person, or not weak-minded, if you, I don't know what you would say, but like if you get affected by, I think if you get affected by psychedelics heavy, it will literally make you spoil everything in a second. Every problem you had. And people don't want that to happen to them. They don't want their image to break.
Yeah.
It's weird. The whole
I mean,
idea
you can-
of that is weird.
You can low-key see it with people that are like very scared to take it, to like ever take shit like that. You can see it in the way that they built their personality, that something like that would crumble it to pieces. And
True.
honestly, I don't blame them. Out of a fear like that, you have to be very brave to take something like a psychedelic.
I would say like people that have this closed personality, like they don't really convey what they feeling. It clubs them the hardest. The hardest. Like, for example, a lot of kids with their parents don't do that. So when they take that shit, they'll probably just run to their parents instantly and just start like blurting out all the problems they've ever had. I think that's happened a lot.
True. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it makes sense with how you see a lot of people grow up nowadays. Like, parents are so busy in their lives that when you have children that they literally neglect their children. When you see it a lot with people that are now conditioned to minimize their emotions to hold up the status quo. Because actually sitting down and dealing with that is difficult and also very important, but it's not something that's obvious when you have so many like physical struggles that you have to deal with. Actually sitting down and like checking up with yourself mentally is the most important thing, and too many
Yeah.
people now are
There's
they
too much
disconnect
noise.
themselves, they escape. Yeah, there's too much noise.
The
There's too
this
much
brain is
content.
fried. It's not disconnection. It's like you just consuming. Your brain's always filled with something. Like there's always something occupying it. So now that feeling of it's like dementia and amnesia combined. That's what consuming is. Just those two. When you and you don't realize that you're on that. You just don't.
You don't, no?
You just live your life day by day, but every day that passes, it's like shortening very fast. Because all it's doing is filling up our time.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Bro, the realizations you get when you get forced away from like being stimulated from media is when you truly see, because when there's no noise, then all you have is like your own inner voice to fill it up, and that's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be.
If you can't live in your own skin by the time you die, it's like fuck. You're
Yeah,
not
shit,
gonna
man.
have
Imposter syndrome with your own life, bro.
I do agree. You have to accept who you are at some point. Like you just have to accept and just be honest. And once you do that, you actually feel the best. Like just be honest with how you are. But also don't be afraid to be honest and then change those problems. Like let's say you have a problem with again like social anxiety. I don't think that can hold you forever. It's about accepting it and then like saying, okay, I have this problem now. Now how do I fix it? A lot of people have it and then they just like, I have this problem. It is me. That's life. I just spawned in with it. I don't think that's the answer.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because if you think about it on a logical level, you realize it in the first place because it is a problem that can be fixed. You know, it's a problem in the first place. Why do people just so easily accept that it's unfixable?
It's easier to live with that reality of I can't do anything about this. I just spawned in this way. it's the same thing I did with my camera situation with streaming. I just didn't I didn't even like comprehend that I could or conceive the idea of doing that. But
Yeah.
right now I feel so stupid because I could have. There was
Yeah.
nothing stopping me. But in that moment, I'm just like, problems, only problems. Only problems that I have.
But you know, I won't lie, having just the ability to acknowledge it and begin to change it is something. It's like it's a powerful strength. A lot of people just don't have that, and they almost never change.
I wonder.
It isn't easy.
It's not that I
You
wonder.
wonder?
It's more like, you know, the answer is that they just lazy or like, or they just don't want to change. They say they're not happy with it, but they comfortable. It's the whole comfortability thing. That's their comfort.
True.
That's all they know. That's who they are. No one can tell them the difference. You say, "Oh, man, you should try this food for the first time." What is the instant response? No, I haven't done it before. But it could be their new
Yeah,
favorite thing if they do try it. But they
that's
would
true.
never know. I applied that logic with music. It's like when we used to, like, Fortnite era, 2019. I listened to so much rap, but not just like Fortnite rap. I was listening to the, like, I guess, new gen rap that just ended up becoming the mainstream. And just that, I listened to so much of that. I can't listen to rap anymore. Like, I can only listen to it in small chunks.
Yeah.
And I feel like I realized that we were so limited just listening to one genre. And now I feel stupid how many hours of genres I missed of different artists. Genuinely, like, I feel like I could have been listening to more artists when I was younger, which is a crazy thought to have.
Mm.
I've already feel like I've
No,
wasted
same.
time with listening to music just by listening to what I have listened to, because I was listening to the same thing over and over. But it was because of comfortability. This is what I know. This is what everyone knows. If you listen to this, you're normal. But you could have been listening to some crazy shit that could be life changing back then, but now it's only coming up now. And even now, I would say we're not even at that max level of just listening to anything, having a good
No,
ear.
not even close. What's crazy is like now with how social media feeds are built, they reinforce that by just showing you like what bubble you're in, and it keeps you that way. It doesn't try to show you anything new.
The niche, the niche trap.
Literally.
They're the niche maxing. Let's call it niche maxing.
Niche maxing. Yeah.
Bro, that is real. When you genuinely find something and you enjoy it, and everyone you find a group of people that enjoy it too, it will trap you there and make it your personality, and you'll feel fine with that. It will force feed you, basically. This is you now. This is who you are. This is what you like. Because these other people like it too. You don't really have a choice anymore. Which is crazy.
Because everything centered around the internet will just enforce it, whether it be the communities that are created or the feeds that they show you.
The, like, communities that spawn on, like, I'm gonna bring it up again. It's coming back up again, but like the woman on TikTok and stuff. they will have a community of like 10k followers, and the people that follow them feel like they are part of something that they did basic kind of create, which is crazy to say. They created that personality and made her famous for a reason. So they did, because you are what your followers are. Your followers follow you for a reason. So that people have this like sense of responsibility when they create these social media accounts or talent, basically.
They feel the pressure to stay in that niche or whatever.
I don't even like stay in the niche. Just they feel that pressure to like context of like these TikTok girls. Like the guys will literally make them famous and say you are here because of me. Like have that mindset, and they will just be like, yeah, I'm here because all these guys think I'm hot. So now this is my life. I need to post thirst traps and do things that will make them happy. Otherwise, I'll be nothing.
Yeah.
It's such a like toxic thing to be in. I genuinely feel bad.
It's like abusing the human sense of validation.
Yeah, the cloud chasing, but it's not like they cloud chasing by choice. They just doing what made them get that, and now they naturally just carrying on with it.
Yeah, they just become that personality or whatever. It's actually sad. I've seen this happen in real time with like creators or any niche. You see that like a creator will just post new content or whatever, and that blows up, for instance, and now they feel obligated to just stick to that. And I don't think maybe it's intentional, but the amount we hold so much value to followers and subs now that it just automatically becomes the most important thing.
Like, while you see people go into this mold when they start getting successful, they will sacrifice every other thing, just recreate it or become even more intense in whatever made them famous. Even if it's a detriment to their opinion as a person and what they believe in.
True.
That to me is the saddest like possibility, is when, let's say, you find success in hating people. Like your content is about hating other content creators, and now you forced to hate on people, but you're genuinely not a hateful person. Some people are just built for it, but a lot of people just end up in it and being
They lose themselves.
a terminal
they
hater.
that.
Yeah, they become a terminal hater, and then 5 years down the line, they like, I don't even like this anymore.
Literally.
They get pushed into it's social experiments. Social media is just free social experiments that you can make someone experience or do something without you getting in trouble because you're behind the online profile. So you can tell someone to do some crazy shit, and you get instant gratification, but you get no punishment.
Sure.
Like you see it with Reba University, that some people are sacrificing their humanity, like their humility, and just becoming straight like cucks and schizos, and doing crazy things that they don't even know. They're not even in control of their own bodies because they're doing it for the clip.
True.
And then a few years down the line, they're gonna regret it, that they weren't their true selves. But some of them will pop off and end up being successful, and because they were their true shot, they were just their true selves. But if you don't do it really early on, and you build your fan base around being this fake person or being this someone you're not, you will get straight cooked.
True.
Straight fried. What do you think
I
it's
think that-
worse to be a content creator or a consumer? And I'm gonna like preface it more. Being a content creator that's trying to become a good content creator. Or just a basic consumer that just is like, I'll never consume, I'm just gonna watch. There's no plans of creating. Because there was a time in our lives where we would like watch YouTubers and just never even comprehend how we
Even
would
consider
even do
the
this.
idea.
Yeah. It'd be
Yeah.
like, we would never do this. But now it's like, we would just do it in a second because we realize there's no reason not to, and no one's really holding you back, just yourself. Crossing that barrier.
I would say that being just a consumer is obviously the more comfortable option. And if you want to actually create content, and that is something you choose to do, not something that you are caught into to make money, I think that it's way more fulfilling than just consuming and never switching to anything else.
Bro, I want to know how many people in COVID got like a social media presence and how cooked they are today. Like, are they still famous? Like, are they still who they said they were? Like, you would see someone pop off in COVID for doing pottery. Someone will pop off for the animals that they have, their cats or something, and dogs. Now, like these small channels that got famous popularity because people had nothing to do. What are they still alive? I want to know that.
I think only the ones that continue to push, to take it seriously, to adapt to whatever the environment is now on the internet are the ones that still survive. But the ones that just did it out of boredom, they definitely died. Because now it's more competitive than it ever was. So if you're not pushing to always evolve, you're gonna fall behind.
But the
And you
ones who
see it
evolve,
with like people that become
like,
memes, and they
True.
never actually change to be their own thing.
and the ones that do that were memes and they create their own content and stuff, actually cook.
Because it's weird, because there's so many people that you would be able to remember that were memes and that died, but the ones that were memes and popped off, a lot of them like escaped the meme and you don't even remember it anymore. They're just big now because they capitalized on it.
Yep. That's why I think humility is the best thing a human can go through in their life to become better.
I agree.
Once you have nothing, you have nothing to lose. And humility basically is when you have nothing, because now you're not gonna have this expectation of anything. No one's expecting anything from you because you're being humiliated now.
That is true.
And that is what One Piece is about. So everyone should just go watch One Piece. Luffy is just like the definition of humility, if you think about it. He just... Speed is the same thing. Speed and Luffy. Speed like just humiliates himself in front of people. And
But he was
everyone
always
loves
his
it.
true self.
Yeah.
He never gave a fuck.
like Luffy and Speed, the correlation between the two is like heavy. Straight heavy.
That's true.
He's Joy Boy confirmed. Like,
I mean, he.
I really went back and was looking at Speed's old streams. And like, because he's the same age as me, right? And I'm like seeing how him just doing what he wanted to do was the correct option. And everyone should like have that. Whatever they want to do should be their number one, not what they get told to do.
Literally.
Because a lot of the people that are telling you what to do will not be there when you're at the later half of your life. And now if you followed the people that have only told you what to do and they gone, you have no purpose to fulfill. Because you were fulfilling a purpose for them, not for you. I think that's like one of the main things Speed like really realized at some point.
I mean, I know there are clips like of his mother telling him like he can't do it, and she didn't want him to do it, but he continued it regardless.
Straight. That's actually like straight peak. I remember you setting his mother's house on fire and stuff, so anything for the content. But that's like a different type. It's not like anything for the content. It's like he knew the exact path he had to take to end up becoming famous. The shit he's done, how he had to humiliate himself against the masses. Now everyone loves it. And then people want to be him and be like, I'm not willing to do this though. I still want my aura. But you need that humiliation.
I don't know. I'm thinking now. It makes sense why people would, like your parents, for instance, would try to force you into whatever image they see. But it's weird how maybe people you're surrounded with, or even now with the internet, how that would shape a lot of what people become.
Yeah,
instead of them like
bro,
taking a natural path.
The idea of who you surround yourself with is who you become has become really cooked, because you could surround yourself by just following or subscribing to a bunch of YouTubers that you want to become, and it would inflict their like personality on you just by watching them all the time.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, if you fucking watch Andrew Tate and watch like Clavicular and watch these crazy like guys, you will become Red Pill woke and probably end up being the same.
True.
Which is crazy to think about, that back in the day you would have to go to physical places, find people like that. It would actually take effort. Now you could just surround yourself with the YouTubers that are like that, with the mindsets that you want, and you can change your life. People say change your life in 6 months, or in you can change your life in a single day now. Doesn't take that much.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about in context of how so many people don't really end up choosing the content they see. When you think about how much that would affect us as human beings.
I think you do choose the beginning, but you don't choose like it's very emotional based content. It's like when you sad, it will give you sad content. When you happy, it'll give you happy content. When you want to have jokes, you only get joke content. When you want to improve, you get improvement content. So it does give you what you need. It's just almost too perfect. Almost, it's like simultaneously,
it like leans into
like
it
with your
extremely.
emotions. Yeah. That
it
creates that
feel
overconsumption.
well-rounded anymore. Yeah.
When you hungry for dessert and let's say your dessert is a chocolate bar and you only got that chocolate bar, you eat it and you enjoy that one chocolate bar and savor it. But now when you're hungry with dessert and there's 10 desserts, different types, you eat every single one of them and end up not enjoying any of them. You eat all of it, but not savoring any of it and feel like shit. The same with content. You consume 10 videos about improving yourself and then end up not improving yourself at all because you don't know what you just watched. You consume too much.
That's so true.
That's
Content
the
immediately
real
leans
problem
into
with
the
YouTube.
extremes.
I'd say that's the major issue with YouTube right now. It's more about that when you consume too much of that content, your brain ends up learning nothing. Like if you have want to learn music, you'll watch everything about making music.
Mm.
And then at some point, you'll consume so much you won't even stop. It's the biggest detriment to society, bro. Or biggest,
when you
not to
tie the-
society, the biggest detriment to like people.
I would say it's to society as a whole. It's like when YouTube and media is designed to trigger that dopamine, to feel as a reward, which replaces what effort is supposed to be. Then by the time you've watched all those videos, your brain already feels satisfied with that need that you wanted to hit already, just from watching the videos in the first place.
It's so bad.
It's fucked.
You literally feel like
I
you
know,
did something by watching all those videos.
I know we've spoken about this before, but the amount of times like we have an interest and end up just consuming instead of doing that interest is crazy. We consume more than
Because doing the interest is
actually
hard. Consuming
outputting
it is easy.
yeah,
It's difficult.
and it's too easy.
It's too, yeah, again, it's the dessert thing. It's like there's too much options.
And
There's
it's
way
actually
too
bad.
much. You're spoiled for choice.
It's actually bad when you think about how educational content is now just packaged into entertainment as well.
Well, you like
And
don't
YouTube rewards it.
you don't actually get like any education. It feels like you're learning, but it's that Dora the Explorer thing I said. They basically asking you a question and giving you the answer, feeding it straight to you.
Mm.
You're not really, you're just a kid that's being told this is how you do things.
I'll be back.
This is how you should be doing things. If you don't do this, it's not correct. You never really find it out for yourself. And what ends up happening is everyone just copies each other and there's no real, like, there's nothing left. There's
Individuality.
there's no realism in anything. Everything is just like, like everyone's
Starts
just
feeling fake.
shit. Everything is just shit. Nothing is enjoyable.
That's why that's why humans can just benefit from not being on the internet.
Taking that
You
break.
No, literally.
Taking that
I've seen
break,
that
bro.
someone
So
like
important.
Tecton said, for example, and I know this is referencing content, but he said he literally just does outside of stream, which he sees as work. He doesn't consume content around him. And I think if he did do that,
He literally plays games. He doesn't even stream the games. He just leaves a review on YouTube. I mean, on Twitter. He's like, oh, I played, I don't know, like Final Fantasy 7. And he's like, this is a good, like, I really enjoyed it. So he's just doing what he would normally do. But now, instead of even going on stream and making content out of it, he's doing it for himself. Some people would honestly just, again, like, want to make every second of content out of it, and then end up not doing nothing.
Do, 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 do.
RIP to your mic, Brody.
okay, I thought that was me, like.
Nah. So what are we calling the podcast? That's your real question.
A whole lot of none. Whole lot of none. I'm not gonna lie, I've just been walking around in Red Dead, and this is the most therapeutic shit I've ever done. Turned off mini map, I'm just walking. Well, I'm on my horse.
Horsey. I'm on my horsey and my horsey loves me. Fuck.
I'm on my Bojack.
Let's call it Lagoon Sesh.
The goon sesh. For real, goon sesh?
Lagoon Sesh. Trust. What would be a banger name? Dopamine Reset.
See, the only
Oh, I
reason why
might
I
be
said
a
whole lot of
good-
none is because I know that we can just jump from like so many topics. We'll
Yeah,
never
I like a
stick on
whole
one
lot of
topic.
none. Whole lot of nothing. Nothing.
Whole lot of
Nothing.
Nothing.
I like nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Hey yo, that's kinda sus, bro. Stop being sus. Why don't you actually get brain cells in your head, Brody? Crowley. Bro, I made a banger house. What the hell?
So, bro, my dad just came into my room and was like, "What movie is this?"
Yo, that's all you know.
Oh Jesus.
Or did you break the depression news that it's a video game?
Yeah, I like showed him me looking around. I'm like, "Is this okay?" He's like, "What the fuck?"
Bro, I bet you that if our parents play like games, they would not believe that it's games, bro.
Yeah.
I know my dad is like,
Him-
he saw God of War and he was like, what the fuck? This is not real, bro. The new 2018 or whatever, Ragnarok.
It's crazy that because they don't keep up with it, the transformation from what they knew is so crazy. But to us, it's kind of
I've seen that shit,
it's
bro.
normalized.
Like, genuinely, games will become movies. Like, it will be cheaper to create. Instead of hiring actors and shit, you would go into Blender and do everything there. I 100% believe that's gonna happen. Sooner than
I can see
later.
that. I mean, you see way too many games try to do that, and they've all been shit. But once there starts being a lot more better story written games, it's over. There's very few games.
There's a
that I
lot.
think I could
we just don't like. It's the time commitment.
You think?
It's harder to play a game and commit time to it than actually like it's
Yeah,
more of
watching
a
a show.
time commitment than watching a show. A show is 8 hours. A game ends up actually equaling a show. It's just because you have to put that physical input of your brain, like use your brain. It's more calories burnt basically. Like you're using more power in your head, more power in your brain.
Mm. It is a
It's
form of medium that's harder to get into. It's harder to consume consistently.
well harder. It depends again on the person.
Yeah, I agree.
Like uh, games have puzzles and have input, human input. That automatically creates a barrier because when you feel stuck, not just like oh you the show carries on. Like when there's something in the show that pisses you off, you know that you just keep watching and it will go away or like you just don't process it. And also a show just moves. When a show makes you feel uncomfortable or a way you don't want to feel, it just moves. It just carries on.
Mm.
You're not waiting for the show to complete.
I think the reason why games, well, you don't see so many like Hideo Kojimas is because it's you're taking like a high form of writing and trying to attach it with another difficulty, which is designing a good game.
Bro, I will
And I would
become
assume
Hideo
it's
Kojima
harder to
2.0,
commit on
bro.
both.
Where that is definitely one of the main term goals is just create a game. But like not just some bomboclat game, just like create something. Obviously you start small and then create like a whole company off of that. Because I feel like gaming also right now is the same thing of there's not really anything that's different. While there is a lot, the indie game space is really carrying, but I feel like AAA has lost everything. And I miss having like AAAs being the big thing. It's the same with series. Like there used to be these series that you know is peak, but now even those aren't guaranteed. When you see the again the Marvel IP, Star Wars IP, it's like a 50-50 if it's gonna be good. But back then back in the day, it would like guaranteed this good no matter what they drop.
I don't know about that. That's a stretch.
I mean, I have a theory why it could be like that, or why it's like that in some cases. I think now with AAA, big titles, with everything, all the production, everything being expanded, more hiring more employees, more management, more leadership, I think that creates a loss of soul. When something was like directed by one guy or created by one guy, if he had full control, that's his vision. It's one vision. But if you have like 5 steps of management to decide on like a story beat or a game mechanic, then the whole point of it probably just gets lost because you have so many conflicting opinions that are catering to different sides. You just lose the entire point of it. And I think
Yeah,
that's
I
why
agree.
AAA now, like Marvel, all that shit, like loses its soul, its vision. It just becomes a mess of content.
Game wise, there's like no real AAA that you look forward to. Like I would say, There are a few, but it wasn't like how it used to be, and I missed like having those guaranteed. Oh, this is
Good
is
jobs
peak.
that you're excited for, and you know.
This is what I've been waiting for. We all know, like when back in the day when COD, Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 dropped, every single one of those was just banger after banger after banger. There was not really like any.
This might be a piss take, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was good, because there was probably like one guy calling the shots, being like, "This is the way it's gonna be." But now you have like 20 managers that have to
100
decide
people, yeah.
together, and then like, fuck, what's gonna happen? And then it's just shit that ends up coming out. Because now we gotta full jobs. We gotta get the spots for everybody. We gotta be all inclusive. And when you try to be inclusive and cater to everybody, then nobody likes it. Every game now is just open world
Yeah,
slop
media.
with fucking.
You just reminded me of something. Shit has to be. Media needs to not be correct. When an ending is bad, I think it's good. Like, okay, not bad in the way that some endings are, but some endings need to be extreme. Sometimes you need that extremism. Like, this is so out of the ball. This is out of what I thought was gonna happen, that it surprised people. And like, some people will be like, oh, this is ass because it makes no fundamental sense and blah 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 blah. But sometimes it needs to also just be like, it's so out of pocket and very extreme. Like, bro, you would never see a like, for example, one of the things that I remember that fucked up so many people is the Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the second Spider-Man. I can't remember, Andrew Garfield. When when the bitch died at the end. Like,
People are mad as shit.
yeah, but I think that was genuinely such a like crazy thing to do. I wouldn't have expected that. And just like characters die, like, people are so attached to media. When a character dies, they feel like they lose a part of themselves, but they like start ignoring the plot of the story and just start giving up on the story. It's like, sometimes it's needed. Sometimes a character is being like annoying, or like just this character is stopping the story from progressing. And
Yeah.
like, creators need to not be scared of just saying goodbye. It's time to die. It's time to change. It's time for, because people want that comfortability. They don't want to change. They always want the same bullshit over and over. They find getting force-fed the same shit.
It's like a lot of the time it's a show pushing a plot point, but some won't because they are scared of pissing off other people. Or pissing off
Yeah, a
the
lot
fan
of
base.
people, a lot of creators should never be in touch with their audience. Never. Which is crazy to
I
say.
agree.
But as a
agree
creator,
to an
and I'm
extent,
saying
yeah.
specifically creators of books and media, of shows and manga,
Yeah,
like manga
storytellers.
artists, storytellers, they should not be able to see what the opinion of people are. They should write that shit, drop it. Nothing should affect their brain. Nothing. Because when
'Cause
you
it's not your story
get
anymore.
affected by what people are saying, it really changes everything. It really changes the story. What it
that's
could have
true.
been.
On a side note to that, I hate how killing characters has kind of become a trend now with media. And you'll see these writers try to kill off characters for shock factor, bro. And where they just didn't feel earned at all, story wise.
See, the thing is, they kill characters, but they don't kill main characters. Like, kill the main character of the series, the guy that was hosting all the plot. It's fine. Like
True.
killing a side character isn't gonna do anything. Building up a side character just to kill them, yeah, it does do something, but I don't really see a lot of media that just kills the main character. It's like this is the main guy. They too scared to. Because what it normally does is it just brings stakes to the main character and makes the main character lock in. After killing a side character that the main character knows, the main character just becomes very like, it brings realism into the world. Like, oh, I can die, but then the main character never dies at all at any point. Not every show needs it, and not every piece of media needs it, but it's sometimes just getting that shock of like, I haven't seen that in so long. I don't know why.
Of a character dying.
The main, like, just like a
Main
ending
character.
just an ending that's like, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? I'm like,
Yeah.
like an ending that made me sit down and think. Genuinely, I have to sit down and think about.
What the
A lot
fuck
of endings
do
are
you
just
want?
like happy and, oh, this is the end. This is just like, this is a happy ending, or this is a calm ending. Oh, I have no real opinion on this ending, or the ending is just complete ass.
Yeah.
I haven't had in recent memory an ending that made me really think, and I'm like, what? I can't even process what I just watched or consumed.
Oh no, sorry, I just got distracted. I just took my horse into a river and now I'm fucked.
Bro, why would you do that?
I'm good. I
Bro,
don't know, I thought the
if
horse
you
could
love
cross it.
Red Dead, bro, if you play Death Stranding, I'm never seeing you again, bro. Holy fuck.
Oh,
Death Stranding is just the like,
I wanna play it, bro. I
it's
wanna
just
play,
Red
I wanna
Dead
play it so bad.
on cocaine, bro. Straight cocaine.
I wanted to play. I'm being honest. It's been on my mind, but I put that limiter of Death Stranding 2. I can't play it on the PS5. Not having a
It's
PS5
on PC.
like
Oh,
created that limiter. Death Stranding
it's
2.
on PC. Yeah, that's DS2 is on PC.
I guess I would have to buy it then if I wanna play it. Shit, yeah, I do. Not gonna lie.
But it's good to have that thing, because you're gonna have to get a PS5 anyway for GTA 6 or
Yeah.
Xbox. One of the two. You guys have T-minus 117 days, by the way. I'm counting every single day. First thing I do when I wake up is I turn on my PlayStation, I look at that timer. It's
I
bad.
said I was gonna make a plan. I said to myself I was gonna make a plan.
Your
I was gonna
plan-
make it happen no matter what.
Yeah,
I will
your
make
plan
the
needs a
craziest
plan.
sacrifices.
Your plan needs the plan, bro. It's. I'm saying if you don't get it before 100 days, you're fucked. I'm just saying you're fucked. Like, you're genuinely fucked.
Like the market is gonna be dead.
Bro, shit's gonna get like fucking beyond like
Yeah, you're right.
bro, you know what's gonna happen. There might even be a PS5 shortage, an Xbox shortage in South Africa, because I know this fuck ass country. Every like kid, it's gonna be like fucking Prime coming to South Africa. Everyone wants to fucking try it. So they're gonna just buy everything, and you're not gonna have a chance. You don't want that happening.
True.
And I wouldn't put it
Actually
past South
reminding
Africa
me
to
of the
not stock.
urgency.
Do not stock PS5s, because our country is that fucking dog shit. Like, genuinely, our country is so bad that like our iPhones, they only buy a certain amount of iPhones, and then they sell it all, and then they have to wait like a few months to get the new batch of iPhones.
Yeah.
Like, if you genuinely want to go buy an iPhone 17 Pro Max, sometimes you have to wait almost 4 months just for a shipment to come in. and you get put on a list.
Mm,
Bro, that is not real.
yeah, I can't. Thank you for reminding me of urgency on the days, bro. Shit, man. Fuck.
Bro, those are my survival days, bro. If I get put myself in a deadly situations before those days happen, I'm gonna like genuinely tweak out. I'm not planning to die
I think I would
anytime
as well.
soon, but like if I would actually have like in whatever afterlife exists, bro, and then I just I didn't get to play GTA, even if it's a dog shit game, which I pray is not, I'm gonna tweak. Just cause like the hype is just too much.
I mean, yeah, there's a reason why if you look in comments about GTA, it's everybody saying, "Don't die, boys."
Bro,
We are all holding.
this is
that
the
much
first time.
importance to
This is, bro, we didn't get GTA 4 release, we were too young. GTA 5, we were still too young. This is the first like full adulthood GTA we're gonna have. Where we're not some fucking kid where you try to go buy the game and it's like, where's your ID, little buddy? You have to ask your parents to walk in. Buy it for you. And then
Yeah.
your parents tune you and they're like, what the fuck is this game about? Then you have to come up with some straight bullshit.
That's true.
Bro, I was in America, I bought GTA. Dumbest idea I've ever did. Bro, that guy at GameStop starts shooting my parents. You know what's in this game, right?
Yo, motherfucker.
Bro, he's like strippers. There's death, there's guns, there's violence. I'm like, brother, man. Top of my dick. Bro, trying to fuck with my money like that. I feel bad for
We know that
Americans.
bitch ass knew what he was doing, bro. We knew what he was doing.
Bro, but respect.
Oh my God.
Respect. They just say it straight, bro. They like, nah, there's titties, strippers. Your kid wants this game. Crazy. Respect to those
Now,
guys.
I know depending on what that motherfucker looked like, he definitely had a grin on his face that he just griefed you.
No, my parents don't bought it, but like, fuck. Yo.
Happen.
No, bro, they fully knew. But obviously, it was America, bro. Freedom of speech, bro. I was like, hey, man, please, I need this.
I mean, it's coming from a good. If you think about the intention or the possible intentions behind it, warning.
Yeah, he saved a lot of
parents, for
kids.
instance, is
He got
Yeah.
them successful career paths, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to him, bro.
See, I don't know. The part of my brain just wants to think he was doing the right thing for the wrong reasons.
I really don't look that deep into it. I would say, oh, he was a scammer, but like also, genuinely, it's probably part of his job to do that. Like these GameStop
Yeah.
employees and stuff, if they don't do it, they just get fired. And he doesn't get paid enough
Oh,
to
it's
just
simple.
like deal with bullshit.
True.
But it was kind of crazy. Because like over here, they just like, what game? Okay, take it. They don't even like second
People
think it.
here are genuinely, most of the time, so uneducated that they wouldn't even know.
Salute to the Mandems, bro. We have a like heavy British influence, bro. So are we saying the British may be uneducated? Or what? About what?
I don't know.
I love all my British homies. No, it's the
wonder
drinking
how-
culture. I'm just getting drunk as fuck. Every fucking weekend, every day.
That shit, the fact that it's normalized is fucked up. When you just think about how much damage alcohol can do to you, and it's just readily available. Just like how food is readily available at every corner. It's like you ultimately, as a person, make that choice, but our environment doesn't make it any easier for people.
Well, a lot of people like the drinking and shit is how they deal with shit in their life. Like the UK stuff, they would just go to a pub. The soccer team loses, they drink. They win, they drink. It's spawned
I
from that
mean,
British
yeah.
culture. It's very heavily always been like a fuck thing. Like with food, the fast food, that shit was America's fault. With drinking was the British fault. So both sides like
Yeah.
the Americans created stress
Yeah.
eating, the British created over drinking and alcoholics.
I'm not gonna lie. This might be like cooked, like a crazy take, but I can just see like a crazy collapse in culture or societal standards coming very soon. When I think about, and the reason why I say this, when you think about history and how you see empires and whole nations collapse after a certain period of time, like a cycle. I can see us reaching that cycle of development where you develop in a way to min-max, and the min-maxing is ultimately affecting people in a negative way. And I can just see a change
Like with
one day
life?
happening where
Or is it like
yeah,
health or eating?
I would
What specific?
yeah, like social standards, like social practices like drinking, for example. Or
That it would min-max?
like how fast food, for example. I said this, I made
would
me think of
min-max
this in the
drinking.
context of fast food and drinking. No, how it's already min-maxed. It's already
Yeah.
min-maxed to the point that now people just drink and get fucked, and it messes up their lives. And how that is just ingrained into the current time, like the current time
This is
in
normal.
human society, human development. And I'm only, maybe those two, like fast food and drinking, aren't the best examples, but I mean, you see it with like first world countries now, for example, how they are getting cooked for being a certain way for so long, or being governed in a way for so long. I can just see a big change or a big revolution happening in like the next 100 years or something. If not, it's already happening.
Well, if it's happening, I'm not part of it, bro. I'm just here to play GTA 6.
I mean, it's, if I think about it, I could use an example of like how civilizations went from communist to capitalist, like how that big change. I'm saying I can see a big change like that eventually happening, at least to Western culture.
It's already a divide of Eastern versus Western. And then I think Western culture is gonna become more like there's like two ways. It's people become like robots and everyone just shuts up and has no opinions, or everyone's just gonna give their opinion. Those are like the two options.
It's crazy because if we're saying that everybody's
Eastern
just
is
gonna become
very
robots,
Eastern is that's what
Yeah.
Eastern culture is, right? They keep their opinions to themselves. Everything just works. Society
Yeah.
just works, and no one really has opinions. They just keep quiet. But then Western culture is the opposite. They just open their mouths and say whatever they want, and each has a benefit and like a benefit and a negative. So
that is true.
generally, I personally don't know how you would like. I do think what you said is correct. It will happen, but like trying to predict it
No,
gonna
that's
be
impossible.
impossible. Like it will probably just be some war or something will spawn in. But again, I'm just here for the GTA 6, bro.
Oh god.
As long as I get my GTA 6, I don't mind what happens, bro. Now my house is cooking.
It's weird how that is like on the top 10 list of important things for so many people our age. And so many guys our age.
It was life changing, bro. It's just that game. It's basically a game where you can play. You can do things you can't do in real life. It's actually fucked up. If you think about GTA as a game, it's fucked up. But
Sure.
But
But
that's what games are, not reality. They make you feel like this is not reality. Like it's escapism from reality, because reality is shit and it is not fun. Reality is
No.
macaca,
reality is
but
not ready, bro.
it's also how you deal with that. Some mandems
Yeah.
are just not cooking. Some mandems are cooking. Like us, because we're gonna post this episode of whatever this was and get 10,000 million views. But everyone's gonna be like, oh my god.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe I wasn't the first 10 people to comment on this video. I can't believe it. Because the first 10 that comment on this video, if I become famous, I'm not making any promises. So just be the first 10, trust. You just gotta be. Oh my god. I'm missing one piece of glass.
I wish you fuckers could see what I'm looking at right now, bro.
Tense creature.
How no, like in real life right now, what I'm seeing.
What are you seeing?
How beautiful this fucking game is, bro. Oh my god. I can't stop glazing it physically.
See, I can't buy a monitor, bro. What happens if I have to buy a PS5 Pro? GTA 6 is gonna run at fucking shit graphics, bro. Fucking
I
tweak
agree.
out.
You gotta make sacrifices.
I wanna tweak out. I'll straight tweak out, bro. They say 30 frames on a base PS5, 25 frames on a base PS5, 40 frames on a PS5 Pro. I'm not even thinking about it, bro. I'll make that money spawning.
Is 30 frames like really an issue?
25 frames is the issue, bro. 30 frames is
Yeah.
fine. Bro, some games are like, genuinely, they are running at fucking 24 frames on consoles. I don't even know how that is even legal. It's a madness, bro. It's a madness. But
do you think that? Yeah.
you think I had no plot in my head. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you think that, like graphics card, like chip production companies actively hold back on their hardware?
No, I think all the
Like
AI is chopping
capabilities.
it.
Yeah, bro.
No, I think definitely. I think they're 5 generations ahead of us. We just don't see that.
Yeah.
By the
can't
time it
afford
gets
that.
to, yeah, by the time it gets to us, it's a very optimized and tested over thousands of years of like complete product. So like they probably on the fucking, what's it on now? 50, 60, so they're on the like 80, 90s by now.
I would think even
But
further, man.
as Kanye said, it was probably like too expensive because they're probably using diamonds and materials that literally cost a fortune. Bro, I'm surprised we
But,
still work as a Earth and like material isn't getting trumped. For the
I mean,
amount of
clearly it
billions of
is.
people that exist,
We
like
actually don't know. We don't actually know if we are almost out of materials. We probably are, but like that urgency
no,
isn't
I
being made
think
clear enough to the public.
I don't think we're even close to out of material, bro. The thing is, we saw it ourselves. There's so much landmass that it hasn't even been found. Like, yes, maybe the Earth has been explored, but like in Botswana, there's like people that are just there. There's just fucking open land. There's no cities. Like we're thinking in context that the country's built. Not even South Africa is fully built with cities everywhere.
Hmm.
Even in countries where it's just city, those it's like only certain sections. The rest of the country has what, like farmland, and like if you think of Japan,
True.
it's only
This.
Tokyo and like the main area cities. Then after that, what is it? Just farmland. Farmland saga.
Hmm.
China is the same. After like Shanghai and like the major cities in China, the rest of China is just open land, bro. There's nothing.
Sure.
So like 90% of the world, the reason I think, and this is a crazy take, I think the reason why the rich people keep poor people poor, because if the poor people got to middle class or something, or like got rich, too many resources would be cooked. Too much.
Hmm.
No one would have
Yeah.
resources. I don't know if that's a thing that actually happens, but like
I see that
nobody
as
would
possible.
have resources to eat, to drink, to. There would be nothing. Literally nothing.
Hmm.
If all. Because I'm gonna be honest, there's 8 billion people on Earth, but there's only probably like 2 billion that lives a good life with a house. The rest of them are fucked.
Sure. Probably even less.
Way
Yeah,
less.
even less. Like there's barely probably a billion of people that actually own houses, own land. There's like
Yeah.
everyone else is just like living on a dream, bro. They have nothing. Because we have the thing of the rich get richer. Oh, they just get more richer. And honestly, it's probably okay that they get richer because at least the money is not going to someone that could like do something crazy with it.
Hmm.
Like it could be bad, it could be much worse where the money is just like that's what creates that value proposition of, oh, we need money. It's that the rich get richer. The richer they get, the more money, like the more value money has. Because if money was just given out, printed, there's no value in it. So they basically create the value.
Yeah. The scarcity is the whole point.
If you genuinely think about it, money just spawned out of nothing, like from nowhere.
It spawned out of human greed. I mean, we were like humans fundamentally were made that way. So it makes me question whether it was if this was a natural progression of like Earth's evolution, or that, yeah, I would say that if a species was always meant to be made, and then develop and end up this way. If you think about how we operate fundamentally.
Nah, I think we're just retarded.